don't know. I'm like, I was told I was saying it wrong.
Isn't Corolla a car, not a beer?
Oh, a car. I think she said a beer. I don't know. But anyway, well, I'll find out when I go there. I'm going to ask people. I'll be in the Harris Teeter.
How do you say this town?
Excuse me, where are we? I am lost. But I'm sure next week I'll be able to smounder.
I'm glad that you're going WTF. For a relaxing weekend, but we will miss you at Logan's communion.
I know.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Very sad.
No. This was planned before.
I know. I'm just kidding.
But as we're
messing with you.
But now that we're talking about some parties, let's Christina start talking about her last few days.
Okay.
What you got, girl?
So
yo,
Christina. It's Christina. What's up? All right. So before we jump into the night party that Diane is referring to for the Mudcat baseball game of Logan's birthday, I'll start with how that day went. So Lucky Duck Big Logan had field day on his birthday, and for those who don't know what field day is, it's basically like a couple hours like during the day each school year, at the end of each school year, where like they just have like a whole bunch of like games and like they do,
which
like,
I found out ours
and,
is next week. It's called Fun in the Sun though. They don't call it field day, because when Jerry said that the other day, like she's like, I don't think we do that. I'm like, yeah, you know what, you're right, we don't. But then I saw on some flyer that I missed, the one of the 80 fucking flyers that I missed, it said something about Fun in the Sun. But go on.
Yeah, so I guess it's basically the same thing. So anyway, so I volunteered for this field day. And I remember we had, last year, Ed was working nights at the time. So it was on a Friday, and when he was working nights, he wouldn't work, he would come home on Friday in the morning, and then he wouldn't work at all for the rest of the day. So I had signed the both of us up last year to volunteer. So he went to work and he came home. Anyway,
but he was voluntold.
He was voluntold to go. Exactly. But we had fun. We worked at the same station together. But I just remember it was
we got the kissing booth?
We were not at the kissing booth. It was just so fucking hot. So I was like, when I signed up this year for just myself, I signed up to make sure that I was at some kind of water activity. And I just so happened to be like, I had got the email just as they sent it out. So like I had like free reign, pick the litter of what the fuck you want to do. So I picked the water slide. So I show up and I'm not really sure what the water slide. I assume it's some kind of like
blow up water slide.
Something along those lines. How hard could it be?
Oh no!
So I get there, and the gym teacher, she's like, "I think this may be a Pinterest fail." She's like, like when you see something on Pinterest. I was like, "Yeah, I've had many of those." She's like, "Okay, so I'm not sure how." So basically, what it was the thing that you set up in the summer at the kid's birthday party, and then it turned into like a 50-foot long
slip and slide,
slip and flip the cup drink game. Yeah,
lots of fun.
So I had to basically spray the long 50-foot whatever the hell it's called slide. It's basically just a tarp. That's exactly what it is. It's just a long sheet of a plastic tarp. And I had to put the bubbles on there. So now it was me and another mom. There was two
tear-free baby soap.
It was some kind of like I don't know, organic something or other. So it was me and another mom doing this, and like we're with the soap and the hose and so now we're trying to explain and the groups that we had. It was preschool to second grade was the groups that were coming to the station. Like they broke it down into like smaller whatever.
Yeah.
So trying to explain to preschoolers second grade that you have to go on your fucking stomach. Superman, you have to go Superman. You can't go on your fucking ass or your knees. I cannot tell you the amount of children that smashed their head into the fucking... I was like, my mom brain was like cringing every time. And I was like, and then I'm like trying to like nicely tell these kids, we're going to have to shut this down. If
you get a concussion. You get a concussion. You get a concussion.
But it was like, they were bashing their head. I was like, somebody is going to fucking get knocked the fuck out. But I was like, and no matter how many times you said it, it didn't matter because they just kept doing what they wanted to do. And I'm thinking like, bless these fucking teachers for having to deal with this on a daily basis. Because
I don't know how they do it.
I don't have any fucking... Sorry, did I just hit you?
Your pen dropped out of your book and it hit my foot like directly.
I'm sorry. Oops.
It'll survive.
I did end up having a lot of fun. I mean, both of my kids ended up, every kid gets to go to the station, but the group I was in, it just happened she was in kindergarten, he was in second grade, so they both came, I got to see them.
Yeah.
So I was getting to soak them with the fucking water hose. Like they would say something, I blasted Logan. But I think and then when I went later to Logan's classroom, their teacher had them doing some kind of project about what their favorite thing was there at the field day, and everybody was saying about the water slide, and Logan was super excited that I was there, and his thing was he was so excited that I soaked him with the water hose. So it was nice, and then it was chopped it off. It was on his birthday, so it was even perfect. It was even nicer for him. But yeah. So before we get
that's
to the
same day of all this.
Yes, it was all. They had a very fucking long day on Friday.
Oh my God.
So then, as I'm checking out in the office, I see your lemonade friend, and I've seen her the one who does that. We're gonna do some kind of
collaboration.
Yes. What is it? Lemonade Life Moms. If I remember correctly off the top of my head. So they do something similar, but instead of doing podcasting, they have a YouTube channel. So check them out if you guys watch YouTube videos, channels. I don't even know what the correct YouTube terminology is.
They are Lemonade Life Moms.
Okay, I think that may be what I said or similar
Possibly.
to okay. Well, just so we're making sure that we're giving the correct information out for them. But anyway, so ever since you had told me that you had ran into her, I've seen her one of them. I don't know the other one. But I've seen one of the ones, the one that you said that Liam went to school with her daughter or something like that. So way out of my comfort zone, I approached this woman.
Wow, look at you.
Right? I was about to walk out of the office, and I saw her sitting there. I was like, "Are you the lemonade?" And I felt like an idiot because I couldn't remember the fucking name. And to top it off, so she's like, "Oh yeah." So I'm like, "Oh, Diane. We do the mom." So she's like, "Oh yeah." So I'm feeling like super self-conscious. I had just. For the last 3 hours, I'm in the beating sun.
Yeah.
So I have fucking mud all over me. And I had just down this super red Gatorade. So in my head, I'm my teeth are all red and I'm dripping with sweat and I'm filthy. And then I have these fucking these Croc sandals on. And they're just the flip-flop type Crocs. And so they're rubber. So every time I take a step, it's quack, quack, quack. Fucking squeaking everywhere. So to add on to the top of I'm way out of my comfort zone, approaching this woman. But she was really nice, so I guess I'll have to figure out some way of collaborating.
Yes.
And we'll
she's awesome.
Look out for that soon.
Good for you, girl.
Yes.
Going up to people. Look at you.
Thank you so much.
Branching out.
I didn't give her my business card. Diane's like, did you speak? You spoke to someone. Did you give them our business card? Oh, my God. So fast forward to the night of Logan's birthday. And we're having people over for dinner at 5 o'clock, and we have to be at a Mudcats game, which is a minor league baseball game, for a game that starts at 7. This place is about good half an hour-ish away. So we figured we had about an hour and a half at the house, which is fine with me with all of those people. I like having people over, but in a controlled, not my house gets crazy.
When I came to your house, I thought, all right, maybe half these people are coming. And I was like, so how many people coming? 35. Oh, okay. So everybody's meeting here. Great idea.
There was only 4 people out of our group that were not coming to the house for dinner.
But I was like, damn,
This started off with, Logan, we're not going to have a birthday party. Because I was I'm kind of wanting to cut the birthday parties out. Yeah. We'll do a family, close friends type, the kind that you do.
Yeah.
But they're freaking expensive. It's $200, the minimum of $200 just to go somewhere and have a party with.
That's why it costs the same. We just do it at home.
And the following weekend we were having his communion. So I'm like, we're gonna year 7 is gonna be the year that we fucking nix the birthday party. So this was us not having a fucking birthday party. Apparently, 35 people. 31 people over for dinner. 35 people
in 2 different locations.
35 people at a Mudcat game. So
see, the same money could have went to Chuck E. Cheese in and out in 2 hours. I'm just kidding.
I fucking hate that mouse.
I do too.
Anyway, so okay, so we're at the house. I mean, it went quickly because it was a quick thing that we were doing. We were doing like the happy birthday and the fucking cupcakes, and I was like, there was 4 kinds of cupcakes. There was chocolate and there was vanilla, and then each one had like 2 different fucking frostings. Oh yeah, and
wait, before you started divvying them out, let's talk about how you didn't have candles for it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Because I got a really good picture of this that I'm going to post.
I could not find. I swear they're in the house somewhere, but I could
turn
not
around.
Find.
She got 2 tea lights on 2 candles, and she's trying to light these used ass tea lights from
they weren't used. That's why it took so long to light, because I had to burn all the wax off of the wick.
So I have about like 70 pictures of her trying to light these 2 tea light candles.
Well, doesn't every kid get a
tea light candle cupcake?
Hey, we sung happy birthday and he blew out the candles, didn't he?
That's right, because last time you didn't do that.
Wait, for Aria.
Yeah.
That's right. I bought her the special candle and we didn't
never
blow
used
out,
it.
And the fucking kid never forgot it.
You never had a piñata.
Oh my God.
Come on, Mom.
This was like a really great party, but where was the piñata?
So fast forward to he blows the candles out.
He blows the candles out, and now we're all...
I'm sorry, wait. The tea lights out.
The tea lights. Blow the tea light fucking candles out. So now all the kids are like in mass chaos. They want to make sure they get the cupcake flavor and colored frosting that they want. So I'm like trying to handle cupcakes, and I'm hearing, I want the green chocolate. I want the white vanilla. And I'm like,
and I don't think we held because we started screaming things at you.
So
I just started screaming random things at. I was like, green, pink cupcake.
So I think everybody got what they wanted, but I don't fucking know. So fast forward, we get to the game.
Oh, wait, the cupcake thing, by the way. So you know how Logan always draws all over himself? And he's done this with Aria a few times. He came over to me. I have a picture of it. And he had green all over his face. And God. I swore it was marker. I was like, again, kid?
And I remember when I handed the cupcakes out, icing. I was like, you guys can have whatever cupcake you want as long as you take it outside. Yeah. Do not eat that near any of my furniture, please.
But I was thankful that it was icing and it wasn't marker. I really could have got marker all over his goddamn face again.
Oh, God. Okay. So fast forward to the game. And now there's 35 people standing outside the stadium, and I have all of these tickets. And now I'm trying to count, like, is everybody here? So now I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then everybody's running around. And I'm like, okay, starting over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then everybody's moving
we don't,
again.
By the way, we don't know that she's trying to count us. It would have been nice if she was like,
I was getting so flustered.
Excuse me, everybody, get in the line.
So then someone was like, why don't you just text the tickets per family to somebody's phone? I'm like, because all of these fucking tickets look exactly the fucking same. Really? And I'm going to end up deleting the tickets that weren't used. So finally I was like, everybody get online. So now I've screenshotted all the tickets. So now I'm standing there and I'm like, I'm showing the person the one ticket, scan. One person goes through, swipe, scan, one person. So we did this like 35 times. And I was like, I bet you by the time we get to the end, there's not going to be a ticket for me here. Yep. Like where I'm going to have messed up somewhere. And what happened?
No ticket for you.
There was 34 tickets and I was the 35th person. I was like, bye guys. Bye-bye. I'm not upset at the least. Have fun.
I'll be in the car.
But no, it turned out that I guess I accidentally had swiped through one.
I figured that. I'm like, there was way too many people and swiping. I said, she must have swiped through one she didn't scan.
So
that did work out. I never found out because I just kept walking.
Yeah. And she was like, bye, peace. So we get in.
Well, you were like, go get my mom.
Well, because my grandmother was there also from Florida, and that's she couldn't stand. So I'm like, they were trying to get a wheelchair, and then I'm trying to tell everybody else, like I told everybody like 10 times where the section was, and everyone was like, where's the section again? A fucking 209.